Aloha Monday. Hopefully, it's Aloha by you guys as well. Hope everybody had an amazing Mother's Day. Happy belated Mother's Day to all of you guys that I was not able to come on and wish you yesterday, but I came on today just to let you all know that I did not forget. Hope everybody enjoyed their Mother's Day and their family time. I took the time out yesterday to do my hair and don't mind my hair right now. It's a little crazy, but at the end of the day, guys, I just want you all to know that we had an amazing time yesterday. My hubby basically, he ordered dinner. We do takeout. We don't go out during the holiday or any holidays. We just do takeout. So he already know the drill. I told you guys I don't care about no all those roses and chocolate and all that stuff. Do something that I can use right now. So I was treated to the spa. I got my mani pedi in a nice little light little massage went on. After that, the kids woke up in the morning. They did breakfast. My daughter, she's really good in the kitchen. She's even good when it comes to any baking desserts and stuff like that. So that's what we did, guys. And then dinner time, hubby ordered takeout. We sat, we did family time. We all interacted with each other. We sat there, and my son made me a nice little school thing that they make at school. So it was a pretty nice little thing with I love you, and he sung me Happy Mother's Day, and it was very touching, and it was very intimate. It was not no big group gathering. It was just you, the kids, the hubby, and we had an amazing time. You all already know that we are preparing to leave out for long-winded vacation starting up around the second, third week of June. So I'll be out for like a month and a half. So if you see me, then y'all know I got some internet. If you don't see Paulette, it's because ain't no internet over there, okay? But guys, on another note, I had an amazing holiday, guys. With family. I did not work on Friday. I think I went out for I worked Friday. I got home early Friday. Saturday, she just went to the gym. I did hot hula. Oh my gosh, if you all have not did the hula thing, that's a workout where the room is hot yoga, something like that it is. But anyway, whew, my lord, that was a intense little workout there. But it was really different, and that was the first time I did that. Then after that, that was Saturday. Then hubby treated me to get a nice little spa going. And then after that, guys, on Sunday, normally I would go out on Sunday because y'all know she be trying, listen, I'm in my hustle, okay? We're going on vacation. She got to get a little money. So hubby was like, you don't have to go to work. I'm going to pay you for your day. So I got paid for my day. Instead of me working, he said you could stay home and then I'll just pay you whatever you were going to make for that day so you could entertain yourself and just stay at home with the kids. So that's what I did. So that is my whole little Mother's Day weekend in a nutshell. So she didn't work. I took my weekends back. I spent it with my family. I was giving thanks and praise to God that I still have my mother and my father. So that was amazing to be able to get on family call with all the kids and have another nice little conversation. Your mother and your father was still here. So I just want to say shout out for all of you guys and that still have your mommy and daddy. And I want to send prayers to you to those that their mommy and daddy have had move on into the other life. But I just want you to know it's such a blessing to still have my mom and dad. My dad is going to be 80 next year. He's 79 years old, thinking that he is in his 30s, 40s. You can't tell him he old. No way. And my mom, she's in her 70s, and we are just blessed and highly favored. And every day we get up, it's still six of us. We're still all six of us, eight of us actually, because my dad had two prior and before he married my mom, and my mom had six for him. He wanted 12 kids. I was like, oh, way to go, Paul. You go ahead. I'm Paulette, he's Paul. So, but yeah, guys, that's what we did. We call family, we share with our loved ones and give thanks, to God for still having our families around. And for those that don't have, I want to say, sending prayers for you guys. And I know that you all still have memories that you can hold on to with your family. So that's a good thing. Hello there, Brother John. How are you today? Today is a little Monday madness. Aloha. You could say Aloha Monday, Maniac Monday. I don't know how your Monday's going, but my Monday's going fantastic. I'm in front of the charger. It's 11:30, and I'm about to start charging from now, so that way I can just push through my whole entire day without having to feel that I can't do that delivery or I can't do that drive because I'm missing. I only have 50% or 20% left in my car, and I just, so you charge ahead of time because in the evening that's where all the work pick up, and that's where I'm at right now. I had to turn down probably 2 to 3 gigs just now because I felt like if I had taken them, they were going to put me in a position where I was going to run out and I was not going to have enough charge. And when you are on a lift ride, God forbid, you don't want to be, at 1% in the middle of nowhere. So make sure if you do have an electric car that you take time to charge your car during the gig economy. It picks up right after Mother's Day. Is a very hectic day today because especially if you're doing like food deliveries, nobody want to cook today. And if you're doing grocery deliveries, nobody want to do no grocery shopping after Mother's Day. And for those that did orders yesterday to be delivered yesterday and it was not enough drivers, guess what? Today is all jam packed. So there's work to be done today. So hopefully you guys are on whichever app you want to be on. If you're just coming into Life of Paulette, go ahead and hit that like button. Today we just having a conversation, guys. I don't know how you guys spent your Mother's Day. I had an amazing time my Mother's Day. Today I came back, guys, and I decided I was going to increase um my weights today. So I increased my weights. I went a little bit heavy on the chest. I did 60s push, we did 60s. I like heavy weights lifting. I feel like if I lift in my head, if I lift a little bit heavy, it probably will burn a little bit extra calories for me. And, I could eat a cookie sometimes. That's my wishful thinking. I'm not going to do that, but I'm just saying, sometimes you feel like if you do a little bit more push, then you could just have a little bit more extra of what things that you should not be having. That's how I feel. Okay, so I increase my chest weight up to 60s. My I did 15s on my biceps. I do 20 on tricep. I've been trying to get this cut for all my life. The only cut I have, just a ham hocks right here. But you know how sometimes I probably need to lose a little bit more, but I'm just by nature just have big arms, but some folks, you walk in a gym, and I don't want to be bulky. Some people just want to be all bulky, just don't look right. Okay, I still wanted my feminineness. Okay, I don't want to be looking like a man or something with no muscles, but I like to have a cut. So I'm working on that nice little cut, but I noticed that all those little girls look like a spaghetti, so that's why they can see the cut better than my little ham hocks. Okay, so I need to work a little bit more on that and get more definition in there. We working on that one. I did start to walk 10 minutes prior, 10 minutes after workouts, so that way you can get that heart rate, get the burn going a little bit longer. It lengthens the burn, especially if you're weightlifting. Okay, so today was my weightlifting day. I did that. And right now I got my nice little snack. You all know me, my snacks after workout. You want to make sure you get some good protein. So I had my 2 eggs. I had me some good fats, which was some pecans today. And I ran out of apples, so I'm gonna go into Walmart or or Costco, and I'm gonna grab me my apples so that way I can have nice snacks in my system. Get your mind right. And I do have my B12 drink that I make, so I make this, and it's a shot of B12 and some IV, just because you never get enough water that you need per day. So it's good to use to take some extra supplements. So I do IVs, guys, to make sure that I stay hydrated, because when you're lifting your body, basically you break down that muscle and you need to make sure that you are putting the right things back into it, and water is a plus when it comes to weightlifting, because if you don't have enough water inside of you to flush out the toxins, the inflammation, your muscle will tighten up, and we don't want none of that. Okay, we want to make sure that we are doing everything that we need to do to recover. Is one thing lifting weights, lifting a little bit heavier, doing a little bit more extra workouts. However, though, if you're not drinking enough water to flush out the toxins, It's like taking a shower and putting back on the same dirty clothes. You're not going nowhere. You're still going to be a little funky. Okay. So it's the same thing. If you're not flushing out those extra toxins that you basically incurred throughout the day by drinking enough water, guys, what's going to happen is that you're not getting your full potential of your workout. Okay. So drink water. We don't want no headaches. We don't want no muscle stiffness or tightness. We just want to have a nice, smooth delivery. Pineapples are really good for inflammation after a strenuous workout. Get a little piece of pineapple. You get a little bit of salt. I told you all about the pink salt. Put a little bit of salt on your tongue to get the saltiness back inside of your body, so that way you can recover and replenish your bodies. Um, so that's what I would advise you guys to do. If you guys, in regards to the gig economy, today I started off on Lyft. I took some really nice little rides, really entertaining rides. Last week I had a few rides that was like, okay, this is an experience, a little bit different experience. I think that each ride, each day, depending on the day, is going to be a little bit different. Some people you're going to get all bubbly, all excited about life, all, positive. And then sometimes certain parts of the day, you're going to get pessimistic people. The good thing is you always make sure that you are mentally ready and prayed up for situations. Don't get yourself hemmed into a scenario where you know that you're probably snappy. You all know, ladies, that time where you're a little snappy. Maybe you shouldn't do lift. Maybe you want to do something that you don't have to see nobody because you probably have a bad attitude or something. Hi, Sister Davis. How are you? Welcome in. We just reminiscing on our Mother's Day yesterday and the weekend, and catching up on the things, the do's and the don'ts when it comes to, you know, driving for a lift. Most of the people, if you having a bad attitude or you're not ready that morning, I don't advise you to go and do lift. I would advise you to do something else, just because, you don't want to mess up nobody's morning. Okay. And always remember that the customer always right, even if they're wrong. They could be wrong than two left foot, but you got to give them their rights, and you just unassign from them on the next ride. You would never see them again. Abidi good eve, babies, and bye bye. That's all I say. I don't argue. I'm not fussing with nobody. I'm staying in my seat. I'm gonna stay calm. Last week, oh, I need to tell you guys this one. So last week, I had a strange ride. I picked up somebody. I normally don't start my mornings too early. I like to see, like I tell you, 6:30, 7 o'clock. So this was a 6:30 ride. I picked the person up. It was a male, and he was coming right in the area where I normally go to the gym anyway. So I was like, okay, cool, this is good. So I picked him up from the area, taking him to the other area, and he was full of alcohol. Like if he had a party the night before, and I was like, man, I hope he don't mess up in my car, because I don't take, you know, individuals. And I didn't even know he was like intoxicated until I had already started my ride. Like 5 minutes in, he's like, good morning. He finally clicked in. He's like, good morning to you. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is just horrible. But I only was driving for 10 minutes from point A to point B. So I said, I'm gonna tolerate. So he starts to ask all these questions. He just talking all bubbly and excited, like if he, you know, and I don't know this person. So I kept focused on the road. But I felt a little uncomfortable right around the ending, because he scooted up from his side that he was on, and he was like, can you hear me? And I was like, sir, you need to sit back in your seat, because I need to focus on the road. And then he said to me, he said, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But that was uncomfortable for me, because you're supposed to sit back in your seat. Don't be coming up here in my little space. It's my space. Don't come in my space. So if I hear you, I know I can smell you, because you smell stingy, like like alcohol. So I could smell you. And I said, oh no. So once I dropped him off after that 10 minutes, I gave him a 1 star, and I told them I felt uncomfortable, because remember they gave me all those strikes back then. Remember I told you about the strikes? So somebody felt uncomfortable because I didn't pick them up at the spot. I told them for safety reasons, cross the crosswalk and come in this side of the car so they don't get hit. So what individuals will do is they'll turn around, guys, and they will get upset because you didn't do what they wanted you to do. And I got a strike, but I fought for it and I went in and I had a conversation with the customer service and they took one off of me. So that was good. But then customer service told me, well, you could have turned around and you could have reported. And I was like, how are you gonna report when you're on Lyft? And if you guys do get on Lyft, eventually, once you get on to Lyft, and they send you another ride, you honestly forgot either the person's name or forgot the ride because they keep sending you things consecutively and you don't get a chance to give them that 1 star to unassign them from you. So you still stay connected. But I went in there, I turned off because I was intentional with this block, and I pulled over to the side and I hit that 1 star because I felt uncomfortable. If you're drinking or you're intoxicated or whatever you're going through in life, if you catching on a lift, don't be coming up in people's space like so close, but if you can hear me. Is there a reason that I'm like this? Like, y'all gotta learn to read the signs. And he was a dude, and I just felt awkward. And I said, "Oh, I'm listening, sir. I'm listening." And I was like, "Boy, I have 2 minutes left, and you're gonna be out of here. You're not gonna come back in." So if you are a passenger in the back seat, stay in your seat. Don't be trying to scoot over conversation with people. People can hear you. And if you see people pulling up to this side or the other side of the stuff, just make sure uh just make sure that oh really? No, she's coming on at 12:10. It's just 11:41 unless she started earlier, Patrick. Did EFP started earlier? Cuz I know that EFP supposed to do a nice interview. Oh, she's on now. EFP, you said 12:10. That's why I was squeezing in here. Oh, no problem then. Let me cut this one short so you guys can go over to EFP and support her channel. But yeah, Patrick, thanks for that. I thought it was 12:10 or 12:15. I didn't know that she switched it to 11:41. I was not. I was thinking 12:10. But anyway, guys, that's all I have for you. Thank you, Patrick, for that. I appreciate that. And yes, guys, let's go over to Sister EFP and support her. She's actually interviewing I think it's the pastor's son, if I'm not mistaken, or Brother Elijah. I knew you would have wanted to know. Yeah, no worries. I saw it, Patrick. I saw it prior, but it said 12:15, I think, or 12:10. So 11:42. I thought I still had a little minutes just to kill. But if she's on now, then yeah, let's go over there and support her. But I thought she was coming on at 12:10 or 12:15, not 11 something. Anyway, guys, that's all. Thank you, Patrick. I appreciate you for letting me know that. But at the end, guys, it is 18 minutes, and we were just catching up on what we did for Mother's Day. And hope you all had an amazing time over there as well with your family. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget, tomorrow's Reset Tuesday, and there's a whole lot of things I want to talk about that we need to reset. Okay, a whole lot. But anyway, guys, I just want you all to stay prayed up. Don't forget, patience is the key, and stay in your seat. Don't be flying off the handles, okay? I love y'all. I'll be the good to you, babies. Bye bye.